James Esposito. I've often heard that Scientology does not want David Miscavige to testify in a deposition and will typically settle a case before it gets to that point. What I want to know is why. If Scientology is so adept at stretching the truth and consistently telling lies, why would it make any difference whether or not he is deposed if he's not going to be telling the truth anyway? Is it simply a fear of him possibly being indicted on perjury charges? No, I don't think it's fear of that. I do think it's fear of that, but I don't think it's that so much as the fact that when you're in deposition, you can be asked anything at all. There's stuff that is nothing to do with the case that you're being deposed for that I have watched depositions being done where they've just gone into, especially by Scientology lawyers, where they have dived into, okay, let's say I was being deposed. Let's say that I was in a case against Scientology and they were going to depose me as part of the discovery process, right? So what do you think Scientology lawyers are going to ask me about? Everything and anything they want to. My sexual practices, my masturbatory practices, how much I drink, how much I smoke pot, how much I eat, what my schedule is like, how do I sleep, when do I sleep. They can ask me any of that stuff. And I'm under oath. I have to answer truthfully. And I have my lawyer there, and he might protest, but those protests are only lodged, and then it goes to the judge after the fact of the deposition. So it's a wide open forum. And when you have lawyers who actually know what they're doing, especially with somebody like David Miscavige, they could have him wrapped up for days, asking him all kinds of stuff. And when you have all this on video and you're lying, I don't care how good you are, you're going to get tripped up. They're going to catch you out, right? And he knows that. He knows that because in a deposition, David Miscavige is not talking to, extremist, enraptured Scientologists who are, hanging on his every breath. That's not who he's talking to in a deposition. He is talking to people who are hostile to him, who want answers from him. As far as he's concerned, they're very hostile to him. And he doesn't want anything to do with that. He does not do well under pressure like that. And it's very, very, he's not in the habit of it either. He hasn't been under that kind of pressure in an environment that he has not been fully in control of in many, many years. And there's a reason for that. It's because he's scared shitless to have to answer for his crimes. And he should be, because he's guilty of a lot of crimes. So, that's the problem there. And it is a big problem for him. So he will do anything to avoid getting deposed. Of course, if, from the deposition stuff, as you mentioned, you might get indicted on perjury or other things. Yeah, there's definitely all of that. He certainly is not in a position at this point where he can go with an innocent heart to a deposition, answer all of their questions, guilt-free, totally honestly, and expect to walk out of that room a free man, right? That's not what's going to happen. So he cannot go into a situation like that and just tell the truth. It would be impossible for him to do that and remain a free man. So he knows he'd have to lie. And he'd have to lie bigly. Huge. Okay? Like wall to wall. And he's not capable of keeping up that kind of deception for that extended period of time that he'd be involved in a process like that. So that's the reason for that. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, ask me more about it.